I didn't get it.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
I apologize for starting late. And good evening, residents of Litchfield out there, and thank you for your patience for waiting to watch this broadcast. I'd like to start the meeting this evening with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Again, I apologize for starting late. As of this point, we do not have a quorum for a school board meeting, but there are some items on the agenda we can go through and a couple of recognitions that will be made. Start off with summary of non-public actions from January 25th, 2017. Mr. Barker made a motion to approve non-public minutes of January 11th, 2017 as written. Mrs. Harrison second. The motion carried 5-0. Mr. Burke made a motion not to accept the resignation of Nick Parent, part-time CHS physical education teacher until a replacement is hired. Mrs. Bickey second. Isn't it funny, the two of us? Second, the motion carried 4-0-1. So, at this time, I would like to recognize two teachers, both from GMS. They are being awarded an award for empowering excellence in education. The two teachers are Sandra Doucette and Paula Cullen-Kent. And I'd like to say congratulations. What I'd like to do is pass it on to Mr. Thompson, and he can speak a little bit to it.
Great, thank you so much. Sandra and Paula stand out as leaders in science and technology integration in our school. When I think of what they do that makes them really different and outstanding, that's it. And I could be misspeaking, but I don't think they're technology natives. Not sure, but I'm thinking that we're kind of the same generation. They are leaders by title, by temperament, and through their actions. They are both team leaders for their respective teams, grade 1 and 4. Back in the day, when we were just starting with smart boards, they were both early first wave adopters. They both engage students with the use of technology every day. They share a real hunger for new knowledge and about how to use technology to improve instruction. When you enter their classroom, most often you see a smartboard in use, often linked up to our reading, math, or social studies to online support, making our textbooks truly interactive, which was what the intention was. They both share and find online resources to support our programs, and they serve as a resource to other teachers. Between them, they have taken many, many courses in technology in the classroom. Sandra completed a new master's degree and certification program as a tech integration specialist. A sampling of courses that one or the other or both have taken over the last few years around technology include Google Apps and Google Classroom, Advanced Google Classroom, Code.org Workshop, B-Bots and ProBots, I have no idea, coding for early childhood and elementary classrooms, smart boards, the Kristen McAuliffe Technology Conference, the SAU Technology Institute, Chromebook books, bring Osmo and coding to your school. They not only take these courses, but they use the information. Both Paula and Sandra served on the district science curriculum committee, and more to the point tonight, both they stepped up and attended the Project Lead the Way launch lead teacher training in the summer of 2015 at Worcester Polytechnic Institute, the first in the district to do so. Not bad for technology immigrants, that's what I'm thinking. Sandra and Paula both piloted some of the Project Lead the Way units during the 2015-16 school year. We had planned to train the other teachers in March of that year, but had to postpone it till June, and then there were 5 teachers, I think, from GMS, plus some from the middle school who came, and then they trained all the rest of our teachers, save one, on November 8th. They have just worked so hard to get us all up to speed. One teacher missed that because she was on leave, but Mrs. Colin Kent came today to arrange to train her in the next week, so that'll be moving forward. Their love of science and technology is really contagious. I came into Paula's classroom on November 8th, where they co-led the training, and I joined our teachers struggling to design the tallest possible freestanding beanstalk using only 10 pipe cleaners and universal design principles. I did not win, we'll leave that. It was a daunting task, but we all felt like kids again, and to build those things and see them then flop over and see other people who had created a way to make them stand was truly inspiring. These two lead teachers have led Project Lead the Way from inception to school-wide initiative. They take a direct role in planning for the acquisition and distribution of Project Lead the Way materials. They continue to coach teachers even after the training is over. They have really raised the bar for science instruction at GMS, and I find them to be inspiring. I'm glad to be part of recognizing them for their initiative, their amazing commitment, their perseverance, and their outstanding leadership of this important district goal. So thank you very much, Paula and Sandra.
And again, I'd like to congratulate both Mrs. Doucette and Mrs. Colin Kent for being the first two recipients of the Empowering Excellence in Education, and I'd like to give you a plaque. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Smile if you can.
No, hold on.
We'll get them all in.
I'm gonna get everybody in there. 1, 2.
Get back further for Scott.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tweet that out now?
Hey, I know, I don't have our password to tweet it out.
All right, I'll just retweet it once you put it.
Can I make a comment too?
Absolutely.
Just being a principal, it's really hard to find teachers like you, and I just want you to know that you're very valued in this community, and we hope that you continue to stay with us for a very long time, because it is
Thank
very
you.
hard to find
Absolutely.
dedicated teachers like that. So congratulations.
Yes,
And thank you
congratulations.
for all you do.
Absolutely. And I would just add, thank you very much. I mean, what you do for our children is fabulous, and that's what it's all about. So we really appreciate it. It's wonderful to have leaders like you here in Litchfield. And you are certainly, as the chairman stated, the first recipients of this award, and you certainly set a very high bar for all those that follow. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
I promised to take them for a bite, so if we may be excused.
Go right ahead. You may.
We haven't had dinner yet.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right. Amy's not here right now with correspondence. So it'll bring us to community forum. Anything for community forum? Hearing none. Superintendent comments?
No, I think it was just great to start off the Empowering Excellence in Education Awards. And our goal is to recognize people from throughout the education community and the community at large. And we're looking to find those people who really make a difference to our educational program, to our children. We're hoping that we can have recognition at least once a month. Sometimes we'll do it twice a month. I know that we already have several other recipients that have come forward from recommendations, and I look forward to the chair awarding other folks, both those that are within the district, working for the district, and we have at least one potential recipient who is not an employee of the district, but who has made tremendous contributions to our children. So I would ask anybody out there who would like to nominate somebody for these awards to please get in touch with me. We're certainly looking for people who make a difference to our kids. So please call me if you have a thought. Thank you.
Thank you. That'll bring us to school board comments. And I actually I have two. One is I'd like to thank the participants that were at deliberative. We had, in comparison to last year, quite a turnout. Along with that, hopefully there were enough people at home that were watching also. maybe a little bit more educated on what the warrant articles were out there. And there are 6 or 7 warrant articles, all of them very important. We have 2 contracts that are up, the teacher contract and the support service contract. So please get educated, or if you have any questions or comments, please reach out to anyone on the school board, and we'd be more than happy to help you out as far as clarification or give you any answers on those. The other comment I had, because I've received another inquiry as far as our graduation. I mentioned it last week, or 2 weeks ago at the meeting. And unfortunately, here in New England, when you have so many snow days, it's still kind of fluid as far as the date. It looks like tomorrow will be our 4th snow day. And with that being said, the window gets shorter and shorter as far as solidifying that date. But as soon as it will be in concrete, it will be passed out. So thank you. And Paula, do you have anything?
No, I just echo the sentiment of thanking everybody for coming out last Saturday. It was a great showing, and I think that everybody did a great job in educating and knowing about what's out there. So now it's up to the voters to decide what it is that they want to put their money towards.
So I know we're not going to discuss the E-rate proposal because they'll need a vote, but it says building issue. Was that something else?
That's not mine.
Okay.
That was that issue about the Cub Scouts.
Yeah, it's another thing. It has to do with
Building
the
use.
policy on building use, and where we only have 2 board members, I think it's
Okay.
best postponed.
Yep.
And you can take a look at, we'll have the policy, you have it in your package, and we'll
Okay.
talk at our next meeting in more detail.
Okay. Which will bring us to Budget Committee, and again, the last meeting we had was a deliberative as far as meeting with them, and we met afterwards. No, we didn't meet afterwards because there wasn't a need to, because nothing was changed. So, that'll bring us to the manifest. And then again, we only have 2 signatures, so we can't have a conversation.
We'll chase down that 3rd signature, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah. Actually, what we're waiting for right now is Mrs. Paquin, right? I believe it's the last thing we can talk about.
I'm sorry.
I said, no, we're just waiting on an individual for a senior project. That's, I think, the last thing that we can discuss, unless there's anything anybody has that they wanted to speak of. Because unfortunately, we can't talk to Jason about.
I mean, I'll go back and speak about the deliberative session a little bit more. I would echo both board members' comments about it. It was certainly nice to see people who came there and had a real considered discussion. Like I said at the meeting, I truly miss that democratic sense of people having the opportunity to weigh in on different ideas, have that dialogue. It's messy, but it's still the best form of government on the earth. And I think that we lose a great deal when we don't have that opportunity. So I want to really express my appreciation to those people that came out on the Saturday morning and really did weigh in. And I would also, as everybody else has, urge everybody to vote on the election day. I think that's the 14th of March. And I would also ask everybody to support your public schools. Thank you very much.
And just to ride on what you just said, Superintendent, there was a motion that was made during the deliberative, and I think if we didn't have the amount of people in attendance that we had, that motion would have carried as it did the prior year. And I think because there were so many people there invested in the town and concerned as far as education, that it was overridden. So, I mean, that speaks of the power of the people.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And with that being said, I'll even give a plug to the town, because the town deliberative will be this Saturday. Is it 10 o'clock it starts, Michelle?
Yes.
At 10 o'clock at the CHS auditorium. So if you can make it, please do so. And I apologize for the silence, but I didn't have a lot of filler, so we're just waiting for a
What was the
student to
name
come in.
of the award, just so I can get it out there correctly? The t-
Empowering
Empowering.
excellence. Well, it's,
I'm calling it the E-Cubed, it's Empowering Excellence in Education, the Litchfield Empowering Excellence in Education Award. And just, I like the word E-Cubed. I don't know whether that's really going to go
it's
far,
on the E-Try.
but we'll try it.
No, it's going to be e-try.
Well, I was thinking we could have a triangle, and we could have empowering excellence in education and how they come together and have people, but I mean, I think it really does capture what we want to try to recognize in our community, both the community and the, inside the educational community and the community outside the educational community, and that's those people that empower children to strive for excellence in learning and education. So I think that the idea of empowering excellence in education really captures what we want to try to award. And we certainly recognize that these awards are going to go all across the spectrum amongst many, many different roles and people, all the people who really want to make a difference in Litchfield for all of our children. So that was where that came from. That empowering excellence in education thought came from that kind of a thinking
I like it.
process.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can get a little
If
symbol
you're a
for it.
mathematician, it's E cubed.
Yeah.
So, you get a little bit out of that, too.
Mhm.
In some respects, that also, those three things, if they're happening together, I mean, if you just have a 10, it's one thing, but 10 cubed is 1,000. So to some respects, taking the idea of cubing the efforts of one person makes a huge impact on our children, so.
I was going
little-
to say, it doesn't only impact students, it affects their teachers, their
Everybody.
paraprofessionals. It
Everybody.
just steps up the game for everybody around them.
And I always dwell on the children, but it impacts the whole system.
Mhm.
And I'll definitely say that the first two recipients were well-deserving of the award. They're both excellent teachers. Teachers have been around for a long time, and teachers who, just watching their actions, how much they enjoy doing what they do. Have we found a young lady?
Yeah, I think she's involved in another activity, and she was not aware that she had a scheduling conflict this evening.
Okay, so will she not make it?
No.
Okay.
Where's
Well,
hunkering
A
down?
good
by-
idea for senior project down the drain.
Winter is here.
Winter, yeah, winter storm, bread and
Those of you
milk,
who are-
bread, milk and eggs. Go
Is
ahead.
there, with that being said, is there a motion to adjourn?
Second? Can we do that?
Well, not asking if someone wants to make the motion to adjourn.
Oh, motion to adjourn.
Second.
We don't need to vote now.
Now I
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
Hold on, right?
I know.
Well, you get the
Oh.
award.